Hello, everybody. I am Yolanda Marie. This is just going to sort of be a quick, let's take the temperature in the room sort of thing, or in this case, the temperature on the planet and in this stream of consciousness that's going to reach me, right? And so that's all of us. That's you guys. Really, there's this big pool, this big kitty. This is what I'm seeing, okay? And what the Arcturians are showing me is a sticking point. Now, this is where a lot of us, a lot of individuals, who are expanding out rather quickly, okay? So you're coming to a lot of fast awareness of who you are, how to create what's going on around you, and how to maneuver within it, okay? And you're seeing yourself from this broader standpoint. You're able to see things more clearly with each of these cycles that you go through. Okay, and so if you have found this video and you're not sure this is you, it's you. You may not realize you're going through all of these things, but you would not be able to communicate in terms of frequency, okay, and energy with somebody like me if you weren't right there or experiencing it fully. So that's definitely a confirmation for you, okay? And so there is something that has been being created. And just like with other scenarios that we've talked about, this does draw a parallel to the collective as well. So to the greater planetary collective, okay, regardless of what circumstance, what situation is happening, rather. And so, yeah, it draws a parallel in the way that it's bringing something to fruition, and it is delivering some sort of creative success, if you will. Okay, so where something looks murky, to the outside, or doesn't seem like it's going to come in, it's going to come in. That's what is being said right now, okay? I hope that was clear. I tried to clear that up a little bit. Yeah, so that is there, okay? This thing that's coming in, and this thing that's being created. And by the way, a lot of you have brought a lot of things into fruition already, or to fruition, is I think the way I'm supposed to say that. And you are living with the success of that now, but it's not complete, or you're still rapidly creating more. And that is the way this is going to go, you guys. A lot of you might be focused on this big thing, like one or two really big things, and you're rapidly bringing that into your physical experience. And then when that comes in, you are going to be creating more. Now, here's what the Arcturians want to talk about is the cycle that's happening of sort of push, pull, start, stop, an ebb and flow that's a bit more volatile than what we wish to experience, okay? And you really don't have to be experiencing it in such a volatile way overall, okay? So we're coming out of that volatility. And so what they want to remind everybody to do is to relax your mind as much as you possibly can in terms of stilling the process, stilling the mental process, stilling the plans if you need to, okay? Not stopping them, but the mental activity around them, right? Give more to your angels to handle, give more to your guides, meditate more, and it's going to stir up the creative energy while your mind is at rest, because you will be either approaching or coming in and out of 0 point. Okay, so the nexus point where there is nothing and everything in the same place. And so that is the point of creation, where all of this quantum, let's call it quantum energy, quantum creativity, is birthed. All right. And so you don't have to be processing in order for that to create what it is that your will wishes to bring forward. So more of that. You don't have to be perfect at meditating at all. It only meditate for 10 minutes. I meditate for 11 minutes at a time most of the time, because you might not know it from watching me, but I would definitely be diagnosed with ADHD if I would allow myself to be. Okay, it's another story. We're not going to go into that here. But the point is, you don't need much time to do this at all. So still yourself, go to this higher aspect, this higher perspective is where you want to begin to approach your energy toward any of these situations, okay? Not sure that was the greatest way to say that. It will pull you into momentum is what is coming through right now. All right, because what is stored up First of all, it's there. You're not imagining that it's there for you, and you've just been doing all this tireless work on self or in the physical world, and there's nothing to show for it. It's there. There's all this potential energy. But to get into the stream, to observe the doorway that is opening, is the way the Arcturians wish to say it, okay? To observe this doorway that's opening, you need to be more still. Mentally still. Specifically, the mental processing is what they're talking about, okay? Now, another component to this could be emotional processing as well, of course. So if you have a lot of tumultuous emotional activity happening, which, by the way, is not a problem. That means that you are allowing emotions to come to the surface, to see them for what they are and handle them, deal with them, heal through them. What does heal mean? It just means bring into balance, right? Because we are going to have emotions. We're humans, but the pendulum is not going to be swinging so far from one side to the other, where the emotions necessarily have to throw you so far out of whack. Where do the emotions take you? This is what we wish you to observe. These are the Arcturians, okay? Where do the emotions, what state do they bring you into? Okay, observe the state and then bring it to balance. Okay, there will be different methods of how to do this. And so there are many people like me who will speak more specifically to that. Okay, we each have our role, you guys. But this will activate you into the awareness of when you are having an emotional fluctuation, a particular emotion come up from a memory, from an experience. It could be from many different things are coming to mind, and I don't want this to go too long, okay? But there are many different ways this can come about. A lot of triggers are happening anyway, and the triggers are actually with purpose, with great purpose from higher perspective, your higher self, to bring these emotions out. So don't fear any of this. Try to stay out of the fear of this. Just lean into seeing it and feeling it, so that way it releases. Okay. I'm waiting to see if there's anything else we need to talk about here, but I think that's what they want to mention, so that more of you can begin to see this flow into you, this great, wonderful experience that you've created, because through you having the success, your own success of realizing what it is you've created, realizing your worth, first of all, that you are worthy of this, which is an understatement, but it's one way of saying it, according to the way that we've operated in society. It's a strange thing from a galactic perspective that we would have to constantly come back to that we're even worthy. And that's an interesting topic we might come around to next, okay? But that you're definitely worthy of it. There's no great mistake or great thing you could have done, or no family line that you could have been birthed into, or galactic line or galactic history that you could have been a part of that would say that if you're in this stream and your heart is opening, you're coming into the heart frequency and able to have this sort of compassion to build for yourself and the planet, there's no way that you would not be worthy. It doesn't compute, okay? It just doesn't. It's not. So you are worthy of this. You're worthy of what it is you want to create. Okay, that's one. And also, it's important for you to realize this, because through your field, the potency of the realization of your dreams, your creations, reverberates throughout the field into the collective. And it is very needed at this time. Very needed at this time. All right, so I hope all of that makes sense. Beautiful soul family, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste.